Oh wow, okay, this is Real with Robo. And let me first start this off as if you have sense as well as feelings, you may not want to listen to this video at all. Because right now I am so livid. I'm so disgusted. I'm so, oh my God. I mean, just, oh my God.
That good, huh?
Yeah, like, I have to go pure white on it and go, oh my God. Okay, so now everybody has seen the little videotapes of the audio and video that has been released from George Floyd's arrest. And now they're all like, oh, the media didn't report that, and they were so blah, 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 blah. Have we forgotten the idiots called BLM? And Antifa? And the rest of the writers? Because the media, yeah, of course, it could cause all that, except for one big problem there. The video was posted on social media. Yeah, not on the media. Okay, so that's one. Now, I'm trying not to cuss because I've got a whole lot to say and a little time to say it. But I'm going to break it down for you right now. I done told you at the very, very beginning of this, there was no need to go all out like this. A couple days of riots, you know, get your steam off, get mad, do all that, whatever. But now, all these folks going to try and put it on the media. Oh, but if the media would have done this, you know what? If BLM would have stayed their black asses out of it, and maybe if the Antifa would have stayed their white asses out of it, and maybe if you rioters would have calmed your retarded asses down, maybe we wouldn't have a problem like this. Oh my God, did she just go racist on us? Yes, I did. And you know what? It's about time someone starts giving you equal of what you're giving us. I'm tired of it. You talk about there's inequality in America. Yeah, because if George Floyd was George Smith and he was white, nobody would fucking care. Nobody. Absolutely nobody. It would have been, guess he wouldn't fight with the cops again, would he? And everybody else wants to say, oh, well, you know, the cops were in the wrong. And at first I was totally on board. Up until the point where I got a brain. And I was like, wait a minute. This autopsy said no forceful asphyxiation. So why are they saying he was murdered because they were kneeling on the neck? And I looked back at the video and I looked at where the knee was and I was like, they're not constricting any breathing. They're just putting it in an impossible way of him getting back up. I've been in a restraint like that. It's called a 5-point restraint. Let me tell you that again. It's called a 5-point restraint. And it's much more uncomfortable when you have leather straps over your fucking neck. And I've been in one of those. Thank you, because I'm crazy.
Like a fox.
And a lunatic. And the fact of the matter is, then I went and I looked at the autopsy. And I saw that he had sickle cells. He had breathing problems. And the actual cause of death, guys, was a cardiopulmonary. But what does that mean? It means the heart and the lungs stopped. He had a heart attack. And you know what that is usually from? Being under a lot of stress and being high on meth and fentanyl. Guess what else was found in his system? Oh, but, oh my God, you know, he begged for 8 minutes for the guy to get off his neck. You mean like how we beg and plead for our sisters and brothers to get off our back when we're wrestling? That kind of begging? You know. Yeah, no. Okay? And he was the one that asked to be put on the ground. And now I'm going to get ugly, and I'm going to get real, and now it's going to be where you could call me a racist, a white supremacist, whatever you want to do. You could report me to YouTube, you could report me to Facebook, you could report me to the United States government. I don't care.
We get to call you that one guy's sister again?
Hitler's?
Yeah.
Sure. Want to be the first one?
No, because I ain't that rude. Besides, I don't think he had a sister.
I don't care if he did. He probably was fucking his sister. Now, let's get real. These people want me to be mad at the media. I'm not mad at the media. I'm mad at BLM. I'm mad at Antifa. I am mad at the rioters. I am mad at the mayors. I am mad at the governors. I am mad at Pelosi. I am mad at everybody that governs us. I am mad at the DA. I am mad at the other DA. That's who I'm mad at. And why am I mad at them? Because number one, they didn't bother to do any kind of research before encouraging the death, the chaos, the destruction of hundreds of lives. So I'm asking my black viewers, because I'm going to get with it now. Oh yeah, you want equality? I'm going to give you equality right now. Last time you heard of a program that was for whites only, like the NAACP and the United Negro College Fund? Last time. What about La Raza? Last time. What? Oh, but white people weren't done wrong in America. What about the Irish? They're white. They're whiter than milk. And guess what most of us descend from? Ireland. Scotland. Slavery. Do you see us crying? Inequality in America? Yeah, there's inequality in America, because if that was a white person, no one would care. And because it's a black person, everybody's killing, murdering, raping, robbing, looting, burning, all that. And you're honoring a criminal that died from a heart attack because he was high on meth and fentanyl, and a substantial amount, if I read the autopsy correct. But then BLM came in and said Black Lives Matter. Really, BLM? If Black Lives mattered so much, why was it that all those white people and all those black people that were down with BLM were allowed to destroy black communities, were allowed to destroy black lives, were allowed to kill black children? If your fucking lives mattered so much. Because they only matter when it's convenient. To twist and turn to your own sick and sordid purpose. Fuck you. And I say that with authority. Fuck you. You will get no sympathy here. Your idiocy, Antifa's idiocy, the rioters' idiocy have costed millions of dollars in damage to the black community, millions of dollars in damages to the black people that own those businesses, millions and upon millions of pain, staking hours, and lost loved ones. And you want me to go, oh, it's the media's fault? I told you before all this happened, I bet you there's more to this. And now we see there is more to this. BLM, you will get no respect from me. Anyone who supports BLM, don't even talk to me. Get off my channel, because I'd rather have no subscribers than subscribers like you. You have hurt, harmed, devastated, destroyed, and killed the lives you say matter. You want some equality? You want equality? What the fuck are we all rioting for? It was just a fucking criminal. Black or white, He's just a damn criminal. And look at most of the cities that all this happened in and was allowed to happen in. Black-run cities, Democrat-run cities. By black people and white people that were supposed to be down with Black Lives Matter. If you gave a fuck about black people, you would be crying for those babies that were hurt, harmed, and killed. You'd be hurting for them moms who had to bury their children and their loved ones. You'd be devastated that they want to take the only protection that good black people have, and that's police, from them. And you're telling me to honor a fucking black criminal by applauding the folded flag being given to his family? Excuse me, family of George Floyd and all his friends. The folded flag is given when someone dies in service of their country, not in the commission of a crime. You do not deserve it, and you dishonor it by accepting it for trash. And that's what your brother and your husband was. Trash. A gold coffin with the mayor flopping all over it. Rashard Brooks having 2 officers that defended themselves. But because they're white, they're thrown in jail. You want equality? Oh, there's an equality in America. It's against white people. We don't have no programs for our benefit, for our shine. And everybody blames everything on us because of the color of our skin. Well, excuse me, nobody died and made you the Black Jesus. Because black people are not perfect. They're not all bad. There's many, many good ones out there. And that's who I'm mad for. Is those good ones out there that had to bust their ass every other damn weekend, putting their businesses back together because some retarded ass black protest group, BLM, cared so much about black lives that they destroyed their lives. I'm mad about that. I'm mad about those black children that died at the hands of black criminals, the same kind of black criminals that BLM is honoring. Antifa and all you white apologists are honoring and throwing riots for. And all you governors and mayors and all that are honoring and giving a gold coffin to and flip-flopping all over the gold goddamn coffin like you're some goddamn fish out of damn water. You want to know about equality, inequality? Oh, there's inequality, all right. There's inequality, all right, in America. There's oppression, all right. And you know what? If you're a heterosexual white Christian male, you know all about it. You know all about it. Because there is not one white person that could do right by black people at all when it comes down to it. And I don't give a fuck if you call me racist. Call me racist, and I'll call you racist. Because if you only protest over someone that's black that's dying because of police brutality, and you don't because they're white or Mexican or Chinese or anything else, that's racism too. You want equality? Well, I'll tell you what. From this point on, after hearing BLM and the rest of them saying, oh, the media was at fault. No, you were at fault. You were at fault. You encouraged the death of those children. You encouraged the death of those people. You encouraged the death of those cops. You encouraged the burning of those buildings. You encouraged the looting of those businesses. You encouraged the destruction of good people's lives. That was you, not the media. And it was all y'all ignorance, because you could not wait for the autopsy to come out. You cannot wait for the real story to come out. And I told y'all, there's some more shit to this. I just have a feeling about it, because every time this happens, there's always more shit to it. Just like in the Rayshard Brooks case, they might as well let those cops go right now. And congratulations, BLM and Antifa and the rest of you idiot rioters. That cop who was in the wrong. But now I'm really not caring. He's going to be let off. You want to know why? Because y'all threw a fucking tantrum and the DA was so quick to bend over and suck your balls that they overcharged them and added premeditated murder. Oops. Oops! And what I'm really pissed off about is the nerve of all y'all to say that there's inequality in America. Yeah, there is. Try being a white person in America. There has been only one black person that has stood by me in my community. And I'm not talking about my friends on Facebook or you YouTube viewers. I'm talking about this one person that stood by me, stood up for me and my husband in real life, in live and in living color. And that was my neighbor. But the rest of the black people call us honkies, crackers, worthless. So now, you want equality, black people? Mexican people, Chinese people, all you people? How about this? How about you are no longer anything but American? How about this? You are all equally worthless. How about this? It wasn't the media's fault. It was your fault. Because you did not demand an investigation. And when the autopsy came out, you demanded that another thing was done. And a secondary forensic autopsy is unreliable because of the first autopsy. Everything is cut and removed. So it's unreliable. And the first autopsy said he didn't die of forceful asphyxiation. That means the cop who was kneeling on his chest or his back may have added to the stress of him breathing. But sweetheart, it didn't kill him. A heart attack did. And it was more likely caused because of the stress and the fact that he was high on meth and fentanyl. And so when you want to blame someone, blame yourself. And BLM, don't ever say Black Lives Matter anymore. Don't ever say it. Because to you, Black Lives mattered so much that a criminal's life mattered more than the lives you encouraged to be destroyed. So I'll tell you what, you're all equal now. Yeah, you are. Because in my eyes, y'all gonna be dark-skinned white people. All of you. And that means all y'all suck. So when a criminal gets killed by the cops, I'm going to say, guess he shouldn't have tried to reach for his gun. Guess he shouldn't have fought his officer. I'm going to treat you exactly how everybody else treats white criminals and white people. You want equality? You got it. And don't you dare holler oppression either, or whatever. Because, sweetheart, with all the programs you've got that are especially for black people, Mexican people, and people of color, and not white people, You have a better head start than we do. We have to work hard for everything we get. So don't even go there. Now, you can tell me in the comments how much you hate me, how I'm so racist, but the fact of the matter still remains. Everybody wants the media to be blamed for this. I'm not blaming the media. I'm blaming the people that encourage this. Because they didn't have the sense to research what happened first, like most of us did. And while we agreed that the officer went a little overboard, we did not agree that it was worth what happened. And I will never agree that anyone cares so much for Black lives, especially if they support Black Lives Matter, because Black Lives Matter are the ones who encouraged the destruction, mayhem, chaos, madness, and death of so many Black people over a damn criminal. And why? Go to their website, read their mission statement. All to destroy and rebuild America the way they want it. And the way they want it is in Marxist form. But do enlighten me. With all the death and destruction, mostly against Black people by Black people, how the fuck do Black lives matter? How are you going to convince me that you believe Black lives matter when you encourage all this death and destruction against Black people? When you encourage mayors and governors that are Black and okay with what's happening, who are white, which is basically destroying the Black community and all Black businesses and Black lives. Do enlighten me how you think Black lives matter. You don't think Black lives matter. You think convenient criminals who die by the hands of cops matter. Because it's an emotionally charged situation. And only if the criminal is Black and the cop is white. Because if it's a Black on Black cop and criminal, you don't care. If it's a white on white cop and criminal, you don't care. So Black lives don't matter to you. Black lives matter. And anyone else who supports them. Because if they did, you wouldn't have destroyed and killed so many of them. And you talk about inequality in America. You talk about racism in America. The only inequality and racism in America I see is against white people. And those poor, devastated brothers and sisters of mine that had to live through these riots and lost so much because Black lives mattered so much that Black Lives Matter destroyed their Black lives until they didn't matter. So fuck you, I'm not blaming the media, I'm blaming you. And that's real with Robo.